Happy Friday, everyone. This is Mel and Kate from RECD. There's been a lot happen in the last 4 and 5 weeks, as we're all aware, and this is our 5th week in isolation, and I guess recruitment for us has taken on a very different way of doing things. Kate, Leah, Trish and I have been busy on the phones talking to clients and lots of candidates, and yeah, we're still open for business, and we've got temporary staff out helping, working from home and everything. You know, it's different, but we're still here. With so much happening in the media and different sources of information coming out on a daily basis, it's important to get the right information from the right sources. And we've really appreciated how the REIV has worked together with the government during this time. Hence, we invited Leah Kellnan, a very good friend of mine, Director of Metro Property Management and the President of the REIV.
Thanks, Mel. What an amazing time to be president, hey?
Yeah, what a year. Happy
2020. Yeah. Somebody said to me the other day, clearly you've crossed way too many black cats.
You know, you like a challenge. And
I do like a challenge, but I'm not sure I had this on my radar.
I think you've done a fantastic job, and you know, the REIV, you know, I think there's a few reasons why everyone should be joined together at this time and supporting you. You've done an amazing job.
Yeah, thank you. It's certainly been a very interesting, 4 weeks. I said to, I was on a Zoom meeting yesterday, and I can't believe we've only 115 days into the new year. It feels like 2020 has been going for a really, really long time. We started the year with bushfires, and now we've got COVID-19, and it certainly hasn't stopped. But yeah, certainly hugely important for people to be REIV members.
Yeah, it's been a challenging time for you even last year with the changes to legislation. And now, look, on top of all that, what has happened?
Yes, but good news that we got to see that the Residential Tenancy Act commencement date's been pushed back to commence no later than 1 January 2021. So that's really good for property managers.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think it's a big relief. The property managers and department managers I'm speaking to at the moment, they're very busy, to say the least. And to have that come on top of them in June, I just think that
would have been so stressful for everyone to implement as well as everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think, it's a really challenging time on the property managers, and they're quite isolated working at home, so they're not in their teams anymore. And, while we all love to work, we like the idea of working from home. I don't know that. Yeah, I'm quite happy to go back to the office.
Yeah, the reality isn't quite what we thought it would be, is it?
It's really funny because, I think the three of us and other directors of other businesses have had the same conversation over the last 5 years, that there was this giant want and desire from property managers to work from home. And it was completely the norm of real estate, and if you had somebody that might work from home 1 day a week, that they were kind of very different. But now that they've got it, now they want to come back.
Ironic.
They want to be walking down the street buying their lattes. We don't want to be at home all day every day.
No.
Homeschooling and over it.
Yeah.
I'll be
both homeschooling as well.
Yeah.
Early, getting ready and go in the office ever again, Kate, ever.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see your face in person again, Mel.
All right, Kate.
So, Leah, at the moment, why do you think it's such an important time to become an affiliate member of the REIV?
For many years, people used to just, kind of dismiss the REIV and think, why, we're not seeing anything of value for our money. And my director was a member of the REIV, so me as a property manager or a salesperson or OC manager didn't really need to be it. But, in the last 4 weeks, I think what the REIV does behind the scenes almost every day has been brought to the forefront. And so you see the lobbying of government, you see the media coverage, you see the conversations with the journalists and the politicians, whether it be the Andrews government or the opposition. You know, there is so much that goes on. We've got legislation training about to come out. It's just enormous. And, you know, I was thinking about the question this morning actually, and, you know, I can't even remember how I became a member. When I think back after, you know, 20 odd years, 25 years, I think it is. I think it was because my director, Jeff Gold, was a member, and probably because he was a past president, that I wanted to be part of the group. And I've just always kept my membership up. Again, if I think back on those years, I never thought that I'd end up being president. You know, in 2020 anyway. So I think also there's so much that goes on, and property managers are often, you know, the information from the REIV comes down and it stops often at directors. And, you know,
absolutely.
it's through. And for only, you know, it's really a cheap membership, you know, I hate to say that, but it is really, really cost-effective membership. And you get all this information, you get, your training is reduced from a price point of view. You know, and I think also it's a great story for me being a property manager. I think people are still quite surprised that I, you know, own a property management business. I still have a portfolio of 200 properties and clients that I look after. So, and be, you know, president. So I think that, you know, that should be one incentive to, you know, to be a member.
Absolutely.
To hear the information from the right place rather than all of the different people that have voices on social media, and even some of the media itself hasn't been necessarily correct from time to time. So to hear that from an actual body that the information is coming from the government, I think is really important to hear.
Being able to interpret it, I think that's really important. So we've got the bill, which I was showing you guys earlier. So this is the bill that passed Parliament yesterday, 301 pages, bit of light reading. So now that we've got the bill, we then will get regulations. So, and you have to read the bill with the regulations, and you have to read the bill with the current RTA. So it's really important that you can understand that, rather than everyone, and today we'll see people will be freaked out because of some wording in this bill, but they have to now wait for the regulations to see how we implement it practically.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many different groups on social media. I'm not a part of any of those groups, except for the one you recently, that was recently set up, wasn't it, by the REIV, by you and yourself, COVID-19. And I think that's been a really great site, and it's full of information. I know I've spoken to a couple of senior property managers and department managers this week, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, we're, you know, it's a different time we're all going through, but they were not made aware. And, you know, I've certainly encouraged them to become affiliate members now, so that they get that information directly into their emails and join that group where they can, you know, because a lot of them are sitting at home and they're trying. One girl had, you know, it was over 150 hardship clauses she was going through for a whole department. Wow. You know, and she manages a portfolio, and she's got her team at home. I mean, that is a really challenging time for her. And I think I said to her, you know, you need to become an affiliate member. And Leah actually gave her a call straight away and talked to her, because which she was very grateful for, and she felt very relieved, because where do those people go to get assistance right now? Where do they go? And they all need assistance, because, you know, this is a time where you really need to be almost a mediator and a negotiator. And, you know, some of us are naturally better at those things than others. So
absolutely. Really, and I think we introduced the rent relief calculator last week because there was so much grey that property managers were working in. And, you know, I had owners say, well, what formula are you all applying in order to work out what that rent reduction is going to look like? So at least having one simple tool, you know, and we road tested it in my office for the day to say, okay, how does this work? We're going to, you know, fill in the gaps and see how we get the information. But I know for my team, it easily makes it clearer for them to process and be able to have a much clearer conversation with owners to say, yes, the tenant's request is valid and justified versus, well, potentially maybe, maybe they don't need to be looking at a rent reduction here, but let's look at it again in a month's time.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, and the other challenge, I think, I spoke to a lot of agents this week, is they've got a lot of vacancy and how they're going about, working through the vacancy and doing leasing appointments. So, there's none of us have ever seen any of this in any of our lives, and hopefully we get through this and we never see it again, really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Kate?
So
how do we become an affiliate member, I guess?
Yeah.
Look, you can certainly go onto the Reiv website. I'm sure you guys will have some information that you can push out to your database.
Absolutely.
People will be able to ring and email or chat with me. I know a few, and Mel, you've said it to me, and a few of my other friends have gone, "You're crazy giving out your mobile number," but you know what? People can get it. Right?
Absolutely, you absolutely are crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why I love you so much, right?
Yeah.
But I think
it's the right thing to
we
do.
will send on the link we send to this Zoom. There'll be a link to become an affiliate member, and I think everyone should become an affiliate member and do it now, so that we all can come together as we're all in the same situation. Come together, support each other, and get through this time. I think is what we all need to be doing. There'll be a link, and you press on that link, and you'll also be able to get the rent relief calculator by being a affiliate member, which I've given it to a couple of people who their directors were members, but they hadn't received the calculator, and they have sent me emails thanking me and thought it was fantastic. So that's great, Leah, that you and your team developed that very quickly.
Yeah, it is important for them to be able to have those tools, and and even the Facebook page, being able to say, okay, this is what is working in my business. How is everyone else dealing with it? Or this is how I understand the new legislation is going to look like. How is everyone else? There's been a really big concern over the last few years about, like you mentioned before, those social media sites where people would come on and perhaps somebody who's got, far less experience than somebody else giving advice, which is the wrong advice.
Correct.
Risky aspect. So you want to get the right advice from the right people.
It's a bit of a free-for-all. So, I think if they join the COVID-19, it's a really great site with lots of informative information, and you get the right information straight away.
Alongside with the membership is a great tool package to use at the moment, I think. And
that's right. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well,
hopefully we all get through this quickly. We can all get back in our offices is the aim.
I think we're very blessed to be Australian at this point and not be based in a lot of other places in the world. So we can be.
This is the lucky country, Kate. Yeah?
Yes.
We're showing this to be the lucky country right now.
Very blessed to be a permanent resident as of last year right now, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I can imagine. Yeah. It's hard for everyone.
It
Absolutely.
Is.
Yeah.
And working from home, I mean, you've got to stick to a routine working from home. You've still got to get up, get dressed, get motivated. I think, it's very easy. Put your lipstick on. Geez, what a difference it makes putting your lipstick on, Kate.
Look,
It's a game changer. I think a lot of people have been dressing from here up and having their pajamas on the bottom, which has been a funny thing for a lot of people. But
there's a lot of active wear out there at the moment.
There is a lot of active wear. Yeah, absolutely. And RECD. Absolutely. So RECD is definitely open for business. We're taking calls. We're talking to clients all the time about a whole range of things. And Kate and Leah have definitely been speaking with many candidates all day, every day. Leah, our Leah, RECD
I was going to say, yeah,
Leah.
baby Leah.
Baby Leah, that's our baby Leah who manages our temp desk. She's done a great job, and you know, it's just, I guess it's just someone to talk to at the end of the phone. And if you have any questions, you can forward them to us, and I'll ring Leah straight away and get an answer for you. Yeah, Leah?
No problems. You're welcome.
Thanks so much for your time, Leah. We appreciate everything that you're doing at the moment.
Thanks, Kate. My pleasure.
Gary, I've been very lucky to have you as president this year.
Thanks.
That is for sure, with all your property management knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.